Okay, today we're going to be playing some new standard. And we're starting off with this old favourite, but with this new Goblin Chainwhirler card, which seems really strong to me. I'm excited to kill lots of X1s with Chainwhirler, hopefully. This hand is kind of dreamy. We've got Courier, can abrade their 2-drop if need be, and then Chainwhirler can clear up any mess on their side. I am outperforming your name reading ability, Phil. Obviously we don't want to draw too many more lands for this hand, especially if you find a Hazoret. Drawing a bunch of lands could really slow our Hazoret down from attacking, but... Oh, your name's Heather, cool. Well, nice to have you watching, Heather. If only, Phil, if only. This opponent's on like... Ooh, this is pretty bad against our Chainwhirler at least. It's pretty good against our Courier for the time being. But next turn, we're gonna whirl some chains and clear that vampire out of the way. Don't think it's worth trading a Courier for this when the Chainwhirler's about to hit. Awesome. Pretty sure I just do this here. I could Earthshaker instead, but I think I want to abrade plus Earthshaker next turn. Like, this seems kind of great. Clear their blocker out of the way and stock up some cards. Get a very beefy creature out there as well. Wonder if they have Chainwhirlers of their own. That would be kind of brutal. They could Chainwhirl down our Couriers at some point. Right, so now we get in for 4. Rawr. Ooh, they're going to kill one of our Couriers. That's fine. I'm okay with this. I've got a bunch of cards I want to cast before cracking Couriers anyway. We've got a backup Courier as well. So this is entirely okay. If they do nothing, I'll probably just strike them on their end step to help get my hand empty. That is a big dragon. So I assume that's taking down my Courier with the Exert. Yeah. Okay. It's kind of sad. I don't know if I strike them now. I'm kind of inclined just to untap and be able to double abrade the dragon. Like, I don't see any great need to strike them. I don't know what it achieves. I can just hold on to it. Ooh, if we had an extra land, we could go this plus abrade to kill their Glorybringer. As it is, I think I'm just running it out as a free. I could hold up double abrade in case they have another dragon. Kill the dragon that comes in. And then if I draw a land, I get to go like strike plus Chainwhirler to kill this dragon. Don't know how reasonable that is. I'm like a bit scared of another Glorybringer. Yeah, I think I'm just going to pass with double abrade up. Because I'm a bit scared of another Glorybringer. And if they don't cast one, we still get to kill this. And untap and play our Chainwhirler anyway. Like, they probably have so much removal that casting our free here doesn't actually achieve much. And now we get to kill the Dusk Legion with the Chainwhirler, which is great. I could be greedy and hope to draw a land so that I could go Chainwhirler plus abrade to take down the dragon. But I think I just want to take, like, the safe line and just kill the dragon now. The Chainwhirler is still going to be good enough clearing out the Zealot anyway. It's not like I need to get greedy and hope to hit a land. Okay, I would have got there, so kind of punished, but everything is fine. So we're going to get in for 2, into 8. We have the strike to clear out a critter. Okay, Chainwhirler down. That is fine. If this ever dies, we get a 4/4. Oh geez, at the beginning of your upkeep, okay, so this is the Dark Confidant variant. They don't have City's Blessing yet though, so it's currently just a 2/4. 2/4 is still good against our Earthshaker though. They have 7 permanents, they're 3 away from Ascend. I'm kind of inclined to attack and just strike this, and then next turn if I draw a land, or whatever, I can just like make my 4/4. I think I kind of like that. Yeah, I'm just going to attack here and strike this down. Like, we have to get through this somehow. And then next time we get a 4/4, worst case scenario. Which sounds like kind of great. 4/4 will put them to 4. I guess I play this out. I guess maybe I'm meant to hold that so they don't know that I have the Earthshaker coming, huh? That's probably better, like not letting them know that our 4/4 is going to hit play this turn. Right, they can tempt it, that is fine, because they still don't have any pressure. Okay. Opponent's going deep. Whenever you lose life for each 1 life you lost, exile a permanent you control or a card from your hand or graveyard. Okay. We've got the Scavenger Grounds. So we can clear out their graveyard to make the Lich's Mastery worse. Which is kind of nice. I'm just going to pass the turn here. But yeah, we can clear out their graveyard this turn, so that their Mastery can't exile cards from the yard. Yeah, for sure, Phil. Opponent is quite deep at the moment. Right, just gonna kill this Captain Lannery before they get their treasure. And then end step, we'll exile the yards to make Mastery worse. Yeah, for sure, George. It's kind of scary. Ooh, I guess I just do this. Like, eat through some of their lands or their hand. Alright. What's going to exile, opponent? This is exciting. Okay, they got rid of 3 lands, so that's pretty good. Is it? Oh, yeah, it is from hand or graveyard, cool, so they could just get rid of cards from hand. So we just cast triple Stone Rain. Or Rakdos's Return, yeah, George. Opponent's pretty great. Opponent is pretty great. We need more spells, sadly. Ooh, this is scary. This makes lots of permanents for the Lich's Mastery. We've used up almost all our upgrades. Hashtag unban Ramanap Ruins. Alright. Ballista's pretty great. So we can cast the Kenra, force them to use up a counter. Then we'll have the Kenra in the yard to return soon. Right, they get to kill my Kenra. I'm inclined not to bring it back yet, because I only get punished if I draw a 4-drop, and if I draw a 4-drop I'm pretty happy. I guess they could draw a Scavenger Grounds too, but I kind of just want to be able to use the Falter on this. So I'm going to leave it there so I can use the Falter effect next turn. The Scarab God, hashtag the Scarab God should return to the battlefield. That's not my proudest moment. A little bit. Okay. I think we're now pretty dead. Probably quite dead. Because this is going to make 3 extra permanents, 3 extra things for Lich's Master every turn. Yeah. We can't actually beat Liliana, I don't think. Because they're going to make so many permanents with her. Yeah, Liliana plus Lich's Master is pretty terrifying, George. Alright. So these Chandras look good. These Scavenger Grounds actually seem kind of decent against Lich's Mastery. Harvesters are like hard to kill. Braid seems fine. Glorybringer seems fine. We got like a lot of stuff we're interested in. Basically all of this stuff could potentially come in. You have become the Master Lich. Right, shocks seem like complete garbage. So those can come straight out. And we can... I worry we're making the deck a bit top heavy, but I guess the games go really long, so it's probably fine. I'm almost inclined just to like... I guess we're on the play, so maybe having all the 1-drops is fine. I feel like we could almost board out Soul Scars on the draw, but maybe on the play we just want as much of this stuff as possible to try and run our opponent down. I guess opponent has Contempts, right? So maybe on the play I meant to do this, keep my curve a bit lower and remove some of the threats that are like a bit more awkward against specifically Contempt. And I can swap a Mountain for a Scavenger Ground since it's good against Lich's Mastery. I don't want to like bring in all the Scavenger Grounds against their deck, I don't think, because it makes Chainwhirler worse, but bringing in like an extra one seems nice. And then on the draw we'll probably cut some Soul Scars for like more mid-rangey threats. This is fine. Got a 1-drop. If we hit our third land, we get to cast a couple Chainwhirlers, which are pretty great with the Soul Scar. Awesome. Mountain is a great draw. I am hyped to slam some free freeze. Okay. Well. We'll attack for 1, and then I'm just going to cast my free. Still pressures my opponent, and empties my hand for Has. Yeah, definitely, George. I just wanted to, like... You're very concerned about Baneslayer. I am as well. I think Lero is one of the best cards in the new set. Kind of obviously, and yes, that is my concern too, George. It is very unclear that you can ever beat it. I kind of want to slam Has this turn. Then next turn I can go like this plus this. If I draw a 1-drop I empty my hand. If I draw a land I empty my hand, and I get to attack with Has. I could also just get another critter and play if we're hoping to have haste on this. But then we only get haste if we draw specifically a land. Hey there, things are going well. I actually kind of just want to double threat. I think I'm just going to double threat. I'm going to attack for 1, cast Soul Scar and Chainwhirler. Then, like, no matter what happens, we have a decent force swinging in next turn. Like, Yahenni's expertise would be brutal. but I don't expect opponent to have many copies of that sort of card. I guess we're losing like a tiny bit of Chainwhirler value, but with 2 Soul Scars in play, a raid like kind of makes most of their creatures a lot worse at blocking regardless. Like if they have a Twilight Prophet or something like that, just turn it into a 0/1, so like using up the ping from this already isn't too concerning. And if we don't draw something that lets Hazoret attack next turn, there's a decent chance we'll just be killing that treasure map before they get to crack the map, since the map would like maybe let them get a Lich's Mastery or something going. But I'm not sure we're even concerned about Lich's Mastery that much at the moment, especially with the Scavenger Grounds. Now I kind of just, I guess I'm a bit concerned if I just cast Haz here. Could run into Contempt, but if she runs into Contempt, they don't get to flip their map next turn. So I think that's fine. I think I'm just going to cast Haz. Like if they spend their turn Contempting Hazoret, I think I'm actually like kind of okay with that. I'm getting in for 5 damage, and they don't get to tick up their map. Cool. And then we can just destroy the map next turn. You would never cast Hazoret on this turn because it makes it, because if they have Contempt, let's see if they kill this now instead of the map. You would never cast Hazoret on that turn because you don't want them to be able to use their removal on Haz, and you'd rather them remove this. That makes sense. Killing this instead of the map because with a courier I feel like we're going to have enough pressure to just finish this game off. And getting their 2/3 lifelinker out of the way seems pretty good. That's fair. If you think they're forced to cast specifically Contempt that turn, then it makes sense not to cast Hazoret. I'm a bit concerned that like otherwise they could do something like cast down the 3/3, tick up map, then like next turn they get to flip the map, and I feel like in that situation we're really far behind. Like they could have just abraded our 3/3 on the Hazoret turn if we hadn't cast Haz. PNLR, okay. So we're definitely attacking with Chainwhirler. I don't think these can attack, right? They just eat 1 with PNLR. And then we get in 1 damage, but like we lose a Soul Scar Mage to deal 1. Not sure that's worth it. When like a single spell lets these prowess up to 2/3s. And they're so far behind that they have to just like block a Soul Scar with Pier there. So I think this is fine. They have Lich's Mastery of Scavenger Grounds, which will make it like a fair bit worse, since they won't be able to exile cards from their graveyard. This is a lot of mana. What the hell? Deals 5 damage to target creature. Oh, so they're dealing 10? Yep. Okay. That's strong. Opponent's deck is quite spicy. Good draw. I'm just gonna hold this land because I'm also gonna close the window because I don't want them knowing that I can eternalize the Shaker Kenra, because it might alter their plays. Okay, that's the final treasure gone. Yeah, that is true, George, but I don't see any real downside to concealing the information. I guess the downside would be, like, if we attacked with a courier, we couldn't cycle the courier into a land and cast the land, but I don't see how that would actually be relevant. Okay. Kenra down. Hey there, Nucleo. Alright. I would like to attack with my 4/4. Yeah, it does have to be a land, because like any spell we'd have cast to save our... what are they called? Our Soulscar mages. So I agree that logically it does have to be that. I guess we just plus to deal 2 to them, put them to 1. If they don't have a contempt, they'll die next turn. That makes sense. Ooh, they had the contempt, but now like the second Chandra is threatening to kill them. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess if I was to hit a Chainwhirler, I'd probably be happy casting that, so I should just cast Chandra like this. Treasure Cove plus Captain Nunnery, yeah, it is sweet. Agreed. Nice card advantage engine for our opponent. Alright, please no contempt. I wanna plus my Chandra once more. Is this another fight fire with fire? Wait, what? Battle at the bridge on their PNLR? Oh my god. That's kinda something. So we go top card. 4. Cast Has. Swing with Has. Put you to 2. Hey, treasures plus battle at the bridge. Combination. I think we should have this. I guess they could hit a Hazoret and kill my Chandra, but then they just died to my Hazoret's activated ability, so... this bridge is closed. Alright, so... I'm actually really into the idea of these Harvesters and these Phoenixes, I think. Like, since we're on the draw, I kind of just want to take out all the Soulscar mages. They're really bad against, like, the sweepers we've seen from our opponent. The Harvesters are really nice against the sweepers, and the Phoenixes are really nice against, like, all this battle at the bridge nonsense. We just want as many things that they have to exile as possible. It means our curves are really high, but it also means we can actually grind a bit, which is nice. So... what is worse? My Brawl deck or opponent's black-red mid-range deck? My Brawl deck is quite bad. I'll have you know I 4-1'd my first league with it, though. The Rat Colony Mirror is the worst thing, because every rat colony you have trades with your opponent's rat colony. Which means the game just never ends. You just sit there, trading rat colonies with each other. Using Gonti to get your opponent's rat colonies. This needs lands, but I'll keep it on the draw quite happily. If we hit a couple lands and 4 draw steps, I'm in a really good position, just slamming a bunch of phoenixes. Opponent's moved to 6. Now looking at the 6 still. I need to get my rat colony deck together before GP Birmingham, so I can like play it with people in between rounds. Luckily it's basically the most budget thing in existence. I almost wonder whether you want the 25th land when you're like boarding this big with like 10 4-drops. You might just want the 25th land so you can reliably hit 4 mana. Because like missing on your 4th mana seems kind of the worst. Oh sweet, Phil. I look forward to jamming rat colonies against Rashmi. Rashmi does seem kinda great. I'm a fan of Phyrexian arenas in general. Opponent, what's happening? Ugh, rats. Oh my word. I love rats. Rats are the best. Why does it have to be rats? Because I love rats. Also because it's the only meme card in the format. Your playgroup soft banned Rashmi EDH. That kinda makes sense. I could see the sheer amount of card draw getting slightly obnoxious. The only meme card. I guess you could play Yargle. Yep, Yargle. So I could play Rat Colony with Yargle as my Brawl commander. But I think I just want to have Gonti as my Brawl commander because it helps the deck be like vaguely competitive. But putting Yargle down as my commander would be amusing. I guess the other thing is I feel like Yargle spoils the joke. I place down Yargle and my opponent knows it's a meme deck, whereas if I place down Gonti they might think it's like a serious take on mono black. Yargle worse than the mirror. Yargle is much worse than the mirror, yes. In many ways. Oh my god. Opponent! What is up, opponent? So, there's a whole bunch of stuff I want to try out in Standard the next few days. Honestly, I might end up playing Standard tomorrow. I was tempted to do like Draft or Modern tomorrow to mix things up. And I have a Modern event this weekend, so I kind of wanted the practice. But, I don't know, there's like a lot of stuff I want to try. Mostly involving Teferi. You love that our opponent is called Tempo and is taking all the time. They're back. Cool. Like, I'm kind of in love with Teferi. I just want to cast Teferi lots. Hey there, Cymek. Thank you so much. I'm really, really excited for the PT and the MOC. It's going to be amazing. Land. Oh boy. If we draw a third land, we're probably in an amazing position. But I don't know. Third land, come on. One time. One time. I believe in you, deck. I believe in you. Don't believe in you. You suck. Oh my god. You want to fling Yargle on standard? Someone, a friend of mine is making a Yargle deck in Modern where you Goryo's Vengeance the Yargle, attack for 9, and then fling the Yargle to do the full 18. Hope your opponent's played a shock land at some point. Saplings looks pretty fun, Phil. Yeah, for sure, Kobe. Thank you so much. The full 18. Well, you're playing Modern. Your opponent's like used a shock land at some point, right? So it's the full 18. Right, I guess we're slamming a Phoenix this turn. Attack Lily, slam a Phoenix. This Hazaret's not doing anything for a little while, which is fine. Having a bad matchup versus Fish is literally the worst thing possible. It's a pretty bad thing, George, for sure. Alright, they're jumping with the Pia, which means they can get Pia back with Lily, but that's fine, because Lily will lose some loyalty. I kinda want to like Chandra so I can Glorybringer next turn. I should probably just start playing Phoenixes. Have I tested Flames of Keld? I have not tested Flames of Keld. I might take a look at it at some point, but there's like a lot of stuff to test. We have to Chandra, you think? That is fair. Yeah. If we Chandra, we can Glorybringer next turn. If we hit land, doesn't really change anything. I kind of like playing the Phoenix and hoping to just rip a land. We need to deploy our hand, we do. But Chandra doesn't help us deploy our hand unless we rip a land and get to go both of these. If we rip a land, we get to cast Glorybringer anyway. I'm just playing the Phoenix. I think I prefer just jamming some flyers. Okay, I think if we hit a land, we just want to cast Glorybringer anyway. And if we don't hit a land, the extra mana from Chandra doesn't do anything, since our hand is all 4-drops. Like, if we had some 2-drops in hand, then casting Chandra would make more sense, but... Okay, they just made a zombie. They're gonna contempt the Phoenix. So, the way they were tapping there makes me think they have Contempt. So what I kind of want to do now is go like, attack with both, they Contempt the Phoenix, and then I get to go Chandra into Pianilla. Which gets the Chandra on board, gets another flyer out on board to start attacking Liliana. I guess they're getting a Glorybringer next turn. which is pretty freaking terrifying. But if they attack with too many zombies to kill the Chandra, then they can't protect Liliana as well. I guess that's the problem. The Glorybringer gets to just our Chandra is our only clean answer to the Glorybringer. Right, they can tempt the Phoenix. Cool. So this dies. We play out our land. I think we just have to Chandra. At least if they -3 Lily, we should be able to kill Lily next turn, which is nice. So I think we just have to Chandra plus Pia. If we get to untap with Chandra and we hit a land, we can double 4-drop. If we don't hit a land, we get to still just jam our dragon, which is great. And if they want to deal damage to Chandra, they have to exert on the Thopter, which means at least the Glorybringer is not doing anything for a couple more turns. This game's going to be close, the way things are going. At least the cards in our hand are like high power level. You know, high enough power level to contend with what's going on the opponent's side. And like, Phoenix kind of rules okay against Glorybringer, which is pretty good for us too, if they do get back the Glorybringer. We have like a clean way of interacting with it in that regard. Okay, they got back the dragon. So they're probably going to exert on the Thopter and put Chandra to 1. If they attack with both, it's like so easy for us to kill Liliana. So I'm assuming they want to leave the zombie on defense. Oh, they're killing the Pia with the Deadlands. This means they can kill Chandra. But now we get to kill Lily. I think I just have to Dragon here, because it uses my mana better. Then if I hit a land, I can go a Braid plus 4-drop. I think I just have to use my mana efficiently. And I'm probably going to exert on the zombie. They probably have to kill my dragon at some point anyway, right? To keep playing Magic. Holy shit. Cast down. That's really, really brutal. It's actually kind of fine, because now they've lost all their treasures, they don't have like as much card advantage as they did. But it's certainly not great. We're gonna have to like run out the Phoenix next turn to keep the Glorybringer back. But they get to exert on the Phoenix, then use the Deadlands to kill the Phoenix. This game's feeling reasonably over. I guess I've got Hazoret now, which is good. I can Abrade the zombie, kill Liliana. I still don't have a clean way to deal with the Glorybringer because of the Ifnir Deadlands keeping the Phoenix in check. And they're going to get to put me to 9 here. So we're actually under a lot of pressure. Our best draw is a Chandra. because it would allow us to deal with the Glorybringer pretty easily. Okay, so we cast the Phoenix. I think I almost have to leave Hazaret on defense, because then she can block the zombie, which buys me a turn. Like, keeping Hazaret on defense gives me an extra turn to draw into Chandra, so I think I have to do that. I feel like if I manage to kill the Glorybringer, I'm in such a good spot that I just need to give myself that extra turn to potentially draw into the Chandra. What is this? 6 mana? Is this the Lich's Mastery? Oh, it's the Deadlands. Derp, of course. Okay. Almost not sure if I'm even meant to cast this. Like, if I don't cast the Chainwhirler, then Lightning Strike lets me kill the Glorybringer. Maybe that's an argument for not casting the Chainwhirler. Then Lightning Strike would deal with the dragon. That is an amazing draw. Okay. So, I can attack with Hazaret, cast the Harvester, Chainwhirler threatens to crew the Harvester when Glorybringer attacks. We're still in a lot of trouble because of the Twilight Prophet, but we've kind of got something going now with this Harvester if they don't manage to kill the Harvester. Hey there, Sandra. Hope you're doing well. That was an aggressive chump block from our opponent. Kind of surprising to me. When they've got like the Twilight Prophet gaining themselves life and they're on 22. If they exert on the Chainwhirler, at least we get to block with the Harvester, which stops us taking damage, gives us more draw steps to find a Chandra. Also, like, with the Harvester kind of keeping our life total in check. Just, like, drawing more threats is good too. We need them to not have a removal spell here. Yeah, that does it. They've got 6 damage coming across. Just stumbling on that land drop kind of cost us that game. If we started casting 3 drops on turn 3, I think we'd have been in a great. Or was it our 3rd or 4th land drop we missed? We missed one of those land drops, and it really cost us. And then, like, Glorybringer just took over the game, because that card's kind of nonsense. Feels kind of strange only having the one Glorybringer under my sideboard. Although, Cast Down definitely makes Glorybringer a bit worse than it used to be, as does Lyra. Not that this deck can beat Lyra anyway. Okay, can be on the draw. really needs a second land. I'm just gonna mull this. Missing like our second land is too brutal. Kind of at risk of flooding, but I think on 6 you have to keep this. It's got 1 into 2, so it just needs to draw into a few more spells to follow up. Right, hopefully Kari doesn't get countered, otherwise we're in a lot of trouble. Yeah, that's gonna make this game really hard. I'm just assuming my opponent's on a control deck, so I'm just going to fire this at their face now for the extra damage. Hopefully we draw into a Hazaret. Or one of our Phoenixes or something. Chainwhirler's fine. Just like another threat we can run out. I'm gonna attack with Soulscar here. If they have if they're playing Wrath and they have a Wrath, it's pretty annoying, but just have to attack. Okay, opponent's just on like full control then, if they're playing Glimmer. None of the mid-rangey Wrath nonsense. Okay, attack for 4. Gonna take our Chainwhirler. I could abrade my Chainwhirler here to get in an extra damage, but there's a decent chance my opponent's playing Gearhulks, so I should probably just hold the abrade for a Gearhulk. Yeah, that is a Teferi. This game feels kind of over. Okay, if they don't have a seal away, we get to kill Teferi, or I guess a seal away or a disallow. Either of those would do it. I think we do just have to attack Teferi, since Teferi deals with any threat we play for the rest of the game. Yeah, we are not beating that. Obviously this is only the first one, but they're going up to 19. There's just like no world in which we actually win from here. So pretty happy just scooping it up. So, shocks are garbage. I am not sure how we ever beat a Lyra, which is concerning. Baneslayer Angel seems kind of busted against this deck, to be honest. It's like, I want to cut all these Abrades. I feel like I need to be able to, like, pair Abrades and Lightning Strikes with Chandra Minuses to actually kill Lyra. So I guess I just have to keep in a bunch of this garbage. Maybe that means I keep in a couple shocks instead, so I can go like shock plus Lightning Strike on Lyra. Yeah, that's probably what that means. Honestly, Phoenix is pretty bad against all that XR removal. I might replace Phoenix with like a Glorybringer. I don't know. It's all kind of unexciting. I guess I'll just run it like this. Alright, we'll go first. Again, cannot keep a one-lander. Probably have to keep this. If we hit a couple lands, we can go Pia into a couple really good 4-drops. I think we do just have to keep lands on top. Obviously, ideally, we'd be drawing like a 2-drop or something next turn to apply more early pressure, but we need to hit lands at some point soon. And there's like an argument for shocking them just to make sure Hazoret can attack more easily. But I'm kind of concerned about Lyra. So a bit of me almost wants to save this to pair with Chandra to kill Lyra. So what happens if we hit a land in the draw step? We go PNLR the turn afterwards. So we can't attack with Hazoret on 4 anyway. So yeah, I'm just going to hold the shock. I think I do just need to keep hold of the shock so I can kill Lyra easily. Or, not easily, but so that it's technically possible to kill a Lyra. I think calling it easily is a bit of a stretch. Okay. So I'm going to attack my critters, pump the Thopter. Okay, they're going to target PNR. That is fine. So we're going to pump the Thopter. Deal 2. And then I'm going to shock them on their end step because we've already got a shock and a Lightning Strike that can be paired together to kill a Lyra. So I'm kind of interested in getting one of the cards out my hand to make Hazoret better. Alright, they mill a Gideon. So on that end step, I'm just going to shock them to get a card out of my hand. Okay. So I can attack with my Thopter, cast Chandra. And just use Chandra to dome them for 2. Hopefully she doesn't get countered, but if she does, it keeps them off Glimmer this turn, which is nice. Right, we'll not cast that uncastable card. If they Glimmer, that's fine, because we have answers to Lyra, so their follow-up isn't too scary. Cast out is a bit better though. It's really awkward. It's like we want to get Hellbent so we can start attacking with Hazoret. But the moment we do that, if they slam a Lyra, we have no out to her. It's like really awkward. Like, I feel like I have to go Hazoret plus Shock here to pressure them. But it so easily goes badly for us. So it's kind of up in the air as to what they play at the moment. I think people are still in the process of figuring that out, like what counter spells are best to play, since there are currently a lot of options. But the potential ones are Essence Scatter, Disallow, Supreme Will, Syncopate. I assume Censor won't see much play anymore, because I think Syncopate is just better. Yeah, there is the big angel. Drew a Hazoret. Like, I could play Hazoret and attack with her, but they just gain the life back. So I have to just kill the angel here. Mono red seems good. My only concern is this card is incredibly difficult to beat. We've had to warp our sideboarding and our play all game long to interact with her. And I'm concerned that if there's a large number of Lyras in the format, which there should be because Baneslayer Angel is great, that Mono Red's just going to be a lot worse as a result. It's like this really weird position because there's a lot of decks that should be good against these Lyra decks if Chainwhirler doesn't see much play, and the Lyra decks are going to make, but the Lyra decks incline Chainwhirler to not see much play because the red decks can't beat Lyra. So it's a very strange position to be in. I'm kind of interested to see how it like ends up coming out. So it could end up in like this weird rock, paper, scissors place, but it could also just be that the Lyra decks end up being the best thing you can do. Also, like most of the decks that I've heard Mono White is very good, Heather. I haven't played Mono White yet, and I kind of want to play it at some point soon. But what I've heard about it is that it's incredibly good, provided you don't face Chainwhirler. Like, it just goldfishes turn 4 kills really easily now. Essence Scatter. Goodbye, Hazoret. I'm almost at the point of conceding this game. Okay, if there's a card that's going to keep me playing, it's Chandra. Yeah, History of Benalia and Benalish Marshall are both, like, incredibly impressive cards. Okay, I guess I'll Lightning Strike you instead of dealing 2. If they don't answer my Chandra, I have a chance. Excuse me. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna keep playing my cards. If they counter this, I get to bring it back. They have an active Azcanta, so I'm feeling reasonably dead here, but we're drawing pretty well at the moment. Running Chandra into Kenra. I guess they're just gonna exile my Kenra now. A card I really want to mess around with once I've got like a bit more of a feel for what everyone else is doing is Urza's Ruinous Blast. So I feel like Urza's Ruin, like there are so many decks I'm seeing at the moment with 4 cast out, 4 seal away, and I feel like those decks can never beat a resolved Urza's Ruinous Blast. Like, you just get to like this sort of point in the game and you cast Ruinous Blast and they lose 3 enchantments. I mean, Hazaret's the literal best draw there. So you can force Lyra to block Hazaret. Otherwise they die to Haz. So we can only attack with Haz here, otherwise they block the Kenra. And we force Lyra to chump. If they don't have a seal away. Okay. Apparently we're still playing Magic. Hazaret is a very good card. We get to discard this land. So they take my Hazaret. So I'm just going to discard this to deal 2. Phoenix is good. Just a nice big threat we can run out. Pretty unimpressed with these Phoenixes against blue-white because they have all these exile effects. And I don't think they're really playing much in the way of Fumigates anymore, but it's still just a 4/3 flyer, so it'll be fine. Okay. Got 6 power in play. Hopefully they don't find another Lyra off the Glimmer. You'd like Hour of Revelation for the same reason, yeah. I think Hour of Revelation is like very similarly positioned, but I feel like I have to attack with both here. Otherwise they can just cast down 1 or seal away 1. Obviously it's really awkward against Settle. I'm not sure there's much I can do about that at this point with them having 5 cards in their hand. I think I'm more likely to be a cast out rather than a Settle. So the idea behind Urza's Ruinous Blast, which is like the same sort of idea between Hour of Revelation, is you try and play a deck where you aren't relying on white for removal. So you can do something like black-white with Fatal Pushes and Contempts and stuff, or Esper or whatever, and that way you get to play Urza's Ruinous Blast, but also get to play actual removal spells that aren't enchantments. So like, and you know, which can obviously then be played alongside the Ruinous Blast without being a horrendous nombo. I think I'm gonna scoop this game. I don't know. Hopefully they just seal away my Phoenix so I can scoop and move on with my life. I guess it's only like a turn or 2 since they cast it until they cast the next approach. You want to play Urza's Ruinous Blast in a blue-based deck playing Brawl, Wrath, Teferi, and Moxamba? Yeah, that's the sort of thing I want to do, Chris. So they can go activate Escanter, untap, activate Escanter, and kill us with Approach, I guess. Or they can mill themselves with Ipnu Rivulet and then activate Escanter. Interesting. You have... Is Blast on... I guess Blast on turn 3 is good against, like, specifically White Weenie, where you might need it that early. I don't know, I definitely think blue-white based shells in general seem really strong. Okay, we're dead. They're gonna find the approach off this. Oh, it's kind of sad. Red is so far not rocking me. I'm gonna be back in about 1 minute, and then we'll hop into the next round. You're interested in my blue-white list and not in Chainwhirlers? I'm beginning to feel that way. So the blue-white list I'm starting with is just one that 5-0'd. That was played by Oath McNamara. I'm probably just going to copy that list card for card, rather than changing too much to begin with. But then, I imagine if I take it for a second run I will change some cards, because there are a few cards in there that look kind of suspect or weird to me. He's playing 3 copies of Blink of the Eye, which like could be decent. It's pretty good at protecting Teferi, but I don't entirely understand it. I feel like you have to keep this sort of hand and just hope not to flood out. It's obviously risky, but it's like if this was a 6-card hand with 1 mountain missing, you'd still keep it, right? So you're forced to keep hands like this. Ooh, is this like Mardu vehicles? Could be Mardu vehicles. Right, swing for 2. Next time we're going to have Courier plus removal. Kill their Heart of Kiran, which sounds great. Or I can just double 1-drop. That's also pretty great. It means they'll get to swing at us with Heart, but I kind of just want to deploy as much stuff to the board as possible. Yes, we can't attack with Hazoret next turn anyway, so I'm just going to get my Soul Scar down, just get as many critters in play before starting to cast my removal. That is a Veteran Motorist. They attack with their Heart here though, they just like super die, so they have to hold back Heart on defense and then we just get to kill it. So I guess I just use 2 removal spells here. You can go like Lightning Strike this, they crew the Heart, kill the Heart in response to the crew. And then attack for 1,000,000. By 1,000,000 I mean 6. But it's basically 1,000,000 when we've got this Hazoret coming down next turn. You probably can't ever win. Unless they slam a Lyra or something, but god, this deck gets to play Lyra too. That's kind of disgusting. Just like your Mardu Vehicles deck can just slam Baneslayer Angel against Mono Red. Hey Phil, 1,000,000 and 6 are literally the same number. We will not hear otherwise. Okay, they take 7, so they're dead to me activating Hazoret. Honestly, the fact that like even Mardu Vehicles gets to have Lyra in the sideboard might be kind of awful for this deck. Maybe you just have to be black-red so you can play Disintegration to kill Lyra. 2 + 2 = 5, pretty much. So we want the extra Abrade against Mardu. We want like some combination of this stuff, and the Harvesters seem excellent. Kind of like this stuff seems great, right? So I'm on the draw, so I could see taking out some of my 1-drops, boarding into like freeze and stuff. I've got Chainwhirlers. These seem pretty disgusting against my opponent's deck. They're like 3/1s and 1/1s. So kinda like these PNLRs. I'm not sure what I guess I just cut like Soulscar Mages. They kinda help me punch through vehicles though, they help me kill Harvester. Maybe I cut Couriers on the draw. I feel like Courier's pretty easy for them to block if they gum up the ground much. I'm just going to do this. Just like bring in some more removal. This is an easy mole. Cannot keep a 1-lander. Okay, Kenra into Chainwhirler is great. They have lots of X1s in their deck. With Motorist and keep the 1-drop. With Motorist and Toolcraft. Yeah, I think you might be right, Lugtrap. I think people might have to start playing that card. I could kill the Heart of Kiran, but I kind of just want to start dealing damage. I think you might be right, Lugtrap. I think fight fire with fire, or fight with fire, is going to be necessary just so you can kill Lyra with just 1 card. Okay, so I get to Chainwhirl the Motorist here. Could also just Abrade the Heart of Kiran and attack with these, but I kind of want to like guarantee my Chainwhirler value. It shrinks down Heart of Kiran to a 3/3. If they activate it. I guess it shrinks it down to a 4/4 this turn, but 3/3 in the future. And now next turn I can kill Heart of Kiran and start attacking. Reprint Combust. So far Chainwhirler has been pretty great. Like obviously that was really sick. Yeah, Chainwhirler has been very impressive so far. Like the only concern I have is Lyra specifically seems really good has seemed like obnoxiously good against this deck. Much more so than something like Regal Caracal ever was. So that's like a bit concerning. But Chainwhirler itself has been really impressive. It just like I feel like Chainwhirler is the sort of card that outright invalidates strategies. Potentially. If it has any real presence in the metagame. Just playing a pile of tokens and X1s is so rough in the face of this card. Awesome. Managed to win one. Mardu Vickles seems kind of a walkover for this deck. Especially now that these just kill half their creatures. Seems really great for us. The 3/2 Dream is alive and kicking. I need that 3/2. If you're enjoying the stream, by the way, please consider giving it a follow. I stream 3 days a week at the moment. Kind of messing around with all sorts of formats, just whatever I want to do to prepare for tournaments. So at the moment I'm doing a lot of Dominaria stuff, since GP Birmingham has a standard event, and I also have the PT coming up as well that I need to practice for. Free 2 would be so dreamy. No, this deck feels like very powerful and like it blocks out a lot of strategies, but I could see myself just avoiding it on the basis that I think white's going to be a really widely played colour. We'll see. This hand is extraordinary. This is like the best hand we've had all day. Jeez. Actively disgusting. Courier into Kenra into Chainwhirler. Can't possibly lose. I imagine I'm going to be casting a lot of Teferis on stream the next couple weeks. Yeah, this is definitely the nut draw. Opponent's Elephant could be pretty decent against us though. Them casting a 3/4 next turn, if they have another forest, is gonna gum things up a bit. Yep, they're gonna get a 3/4 in play. I've not. This is my first day of playing New Standard, but in the blue-white list I'm gonna try out later, I just have the 2 Teferis. But I think personally I want to play more than 2, because I think Teferi is like kind of unreasonable. But I'm just copying someone else's list to begin with, whilst I get a feel for things. Mono X4's the deck. Okay. That is quite the board. I kind of just want to cast Hazoret. Next turn I start swinging for 5. Just like use my mana properly. I'd get to cast and swing up Hazoret next turn anyway if I was to cast both of these, but I think this is fine. Yeah, Chainwhirler has first strike. It's kind of gross. Kind of does everything. Alright, we're just gonna pass the turn here. Next turn we get to start swinging with our 5/4. It is quite rude, Coconut, for sure. Oh god, is this a Gouter? This is like, yeah. Feel like we're kind of dead here. Opponents cast a bunch of X4s against our deck that can only deal 3 damage to things. It's reasonably rude, Coconut. It's reasonably rude. I don't really know how I win this. Like... Baneslayer is beatable, but X4 is into a 12/12. Time for sideboard captivating cruise. I mean, one of the lists I saw had carry Zev's expertise, which would be pretty great here. So if we attack with everything, They block has and take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can't really deal with this attacking us next turn. They block has, they take 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They go down to 6. We can like wheel away a courier, but there's still no way for us to deal the final points to them. So in which case we have to stop ourselves dying next turn. Let's assume they can crew this. They get to attack for 4 unblockable, putting us to 11. We can block this, so we'd have to like put 2 power in front of this. I guess what I'm doing is shocking them, attacking with both couriers. I'm wondering whether we can attack with the Chainwhirler too. I don't think we can. I guess we get to shock after they've declared blocks. Not that it's really gonna affect anything. So we get to attack with couriers. Can we attack with Chainwhirler? Haz is going in front of Gauta, this is going in front of this is going in front of this. So I don't think we can. I guess we could hit another creature off the courier. Maybe we have to get in for the extra points of damage to have a chance. I think I'm going to attack with this as well and hope to hit another creature I can cast to block with. Like, I think we need to run reasonably hot here to actually win this game, so trying to get in the extra points of damage seems worth it. Okay, we found some blockers, which is good. Also, we're going to have our hand empty enough for Hazoret, which is also good. I assume we're dead, but we're giving it our best. More red decks. I don't often play red, I will admit, but kind of wanted to jam some Chainwhirlers before getting to some of the more interesting stuff in the format. Right, so kill their Steel Leaf. They hit me for 4 plus 12 is 16. So I can block with just 1 Soul Scar. And I take 10 plus 4 is 14. There's definitely a bunch of things I die to this way, but I get to keep as much stuff in possible to I get to keep as much stuff as possible in play to swing back with. And I think I have to kill my opponent on the next turn. So I need to just have the bodies around to swing back with. Do I think red is as busted as people say? No. I think red's good. I think red is very strong. I am concerned that Lyra is an incredible card and should see lots of play. And lines up very well against what this iteration of Mono Red is doing. Like, there's just no way to... You need to play like weirdo sideboard cards to deal 5 to Lyra. Alright, they only have 1 blocker. If we cast Chainwhirler, they go to 9. Then we can attack with everything. They block Hazoret, take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But we're dead to the Heart of Kiran. I guess we can cast Phoenix that blocks Heart of Kiran, but we can't block Gauta. We have 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 toughness. So we die to Gauta. So we have to go Chainwhirler. And then I think we have to hope to courier into like Shock plus Mountain to kill our opponent. Or Mountain plus Lightning Strike. I think that's how we win this. I guess this maybe I'm not meant to cast this pre-combat, huh? Maybe I just took away outs. Because I could just activate Hazoret to deal. Yeah, casting this pre-combat's really bad. I've probably removed a bunch of outs. now I can't courier. Now I have, because previously I could courier into Lightning Strike. Whereas now it has to be Mountain plus Lightning Strike. I feel kind of forced into this now though. Yeah, if I didn't cast Chainwhirler, they would go to 3, and then I could draw a Lightning Strike off this to kill them. Now I need to hit Mountain plus Lightning Strike, which is kind of silly of me. Shock. Okay, we would not have got there anyway. Oh, you're right, Mike. You're right. I have to cast something. I'm being stupid. I could activate Hazoret though instead. It's better to activate Hazoret because then I get to tap the Scavenger Grounds and I deal 1 more. And then I get to attack with Hazoret and I can actually courier into the Shock, which we ended up hitting. So it's better to be activating Hazoret instead of casting Chainwhirler anyway. Yeah, you're right, Wind. You are correct that that would have worked out. Yeah, it was. So I'm kind of interested in this stuff, I think. I don't want to go like too big against them. I'm almost inclined to take out some Phoenixes against them. I guess Phoenixes fly over, which is nice, but I'm concerned about going too large here. I feel like this is just going to turn into a race a lot of the time. Glorybringer at least kills a bunch of their X4s though, which makes me think Glorybringer is going to be better than the Phoenixes. I'm worried that Shocks... We didn't see any targets for Shock that game. Maybe that was just like strange. Maybe we should normally see some targets for Shock from the green deck. I assume they have like Branch Walkers and stuff to hit with these, so I'm probably still just going to leave them in. But I think the Phoenixes seem quite bad. I could bring in the extra Abrade over a Shock. We've seen Heart of Kiran. We haven't really seen many X3s though, we've mainly seen X4s. So this doesn't really help against those, so I guess I just run it like this. Yeah, that's a good point, they will have Llanowar Elves for us to Shock. Yep, you're correct. So let's see, Mulligan, because it only has 1 land. Alright, this hand is dreamy. I'm going to bottom this, I kind of want to hit my 3rd land on time for my Chainwhirler. Even though Lightning Strike is probably a good card. Just want to make sure I can curve into turn 3 Chainwhirler, especially if they have a Llanowar Elf. This can pick off the Elf. Okay, this turn I'm going to cast Kari, because she represents more damage per turn than Kenra, and saves the Falser effect of Kenra for later. Them not having an elephant on turn 2 is really good for us. Yeah, Heart of Kiran's fine, because now we just get to swing with like loads of creatures. If we hit a land next turn, our hand's going to be empty really quickly for this courier as well. That is a big creature. We get to swing of Kari because she has Menace. I guess I'm just going to cast some Soul Scar Mages this turn. Like, I can get in for 1 damage, cast some Soul Scars. And then my Lightning Strike will be able to shrivel a creature next turn. They have 9 power in play here. Yeah, they're really, really strong for sure, Dab City. I'm not sure I'd call them... Ooh, I'm actually going to strike this now. I'm a bit scared of them casting Gouter next turn. If they blocked with the Heart of Kiran, I might not do this, but getting the Steel Leaf Champion out of play seems really good to me. So I think I'm just going to do this quite happily. I still get in for 1. I think the other cards that really impress me at the moment are like Lyra, Teferi. I think Urza's Ruinous Blast could be like a surprise great card. I think it's being underrated. Yeah, all the triple color rares are really good. Benelish Marshal is really terrifying. Like, the only one I'm not excited about is the Shade. I think that one's a bit less exciting, but it's still, like, decent. Okay, they're going to get their 3-4 in play. Awesome. I get to chain... If I get these down, then I get to shrivel my opponent's creatures with the Chainwhirler. But I kind of want to cast this turn, because then I can empty my hand next turn and cash in the Courier, which sounds really nice to me. So I think I'm just attacking with Kari this turn, and then I'm going to cast my Chainwhirler post-combat. It's kind of sad that this is an X4, so it doesn't die to the Chainwhirler, but I think getting our 3-3 in play is still going to be great. Deals 1 to our opponent, empties our hand for the Courier, helps us keep going wide. And then if we draw any sort of burn spell, the first strike is going to make it really hard for my opponent to block. So they can cast a Gouter this turn if they have one, because they have 7 power plus 5 mana. Adds up to 12. This is quite the card. I guess I'm going to cast my things and hope they let me sack this Courier. Right, they're letting me cast spells rather than just killing the Courier. That's good for me. I probably just attack with everything now. They're gonna get to deal with most of my creatures. Okay, so they're making me cash in the Courier first, which is good because it gives us the information on what we want to attack with. It means we get 1 less card, but the information's actually really nice. Right. So we can definitely attack with Kari. If we attack with Chainwhirler, it just gets eaten. What happens if we attack with them all? They animate... Well, they block the Chainwhirler with one of their X4s. They block this on the monkey, ping down the Kenra. I'm just not sure that achieves much. I guess it gets the Kenra in the yard, so we can bring back the Kenra soon. And like, it means our Courier doesn't end up dying. The Chainwhirler just gets eaten so easily though. I guess I just have to like, just swing with Kari here. I have to get the Ballista off the board though, otherwise it's going to take over the game. I guess I just have to swing with everything because of the Ballista. Yeah, It's so awkward either way. I feel like no matter what we do, we're in a bad position. But I guess attacking with everything just makes my opponent's blocks too easy. Wow, we get to kill the Walking Ballista now. Like, they get to kill Akari, but this is kind of the dream scenario for us. We get in 2 damage, and we get the Walking Ballista off the table. Cool. That was basically as good as things could have gone for us. I guess it means they might have a second Walking Ballista, if they were willing to throw that one away so easily. It looks that way. Okay, Harvester. That's strong too, but they only have... Okay, now they have 2 creatures to crew their vehicles with. We need to draw an Abrade now for this, pretty soon. I can cast Harvester this turn, Kenra next turn. This prowesses my mages, which is nice. I don't know if that makes any difference though. I'm still going to cast it regardless. I might just be passing the turn, honestly. At least, like, this stops them attacking me for a while. I'm not sure that we have any good attacks here into these vehicles. And I kind of want this land to bring back Kenra with, so I'm not inclined to just cycle the courier yet. So I guess I'm just passing the turn. I'm going to sack their scavenger grounds to get rid of my Kenra. That's fine. Uses up most of their turn and takes them down a land when they have like Kenras and stuff to bring back of their own. Ooh. Okay, they get to pump their Harvester, which means we don't get to block it with ours, because ours would just get eaten in combat. So we're just going to take 5 here, and they're going to go back up to 12. Hazaret's a good draw. Okay. So we cast our Hazaret. Play our land. Because of the courier. We're crewing the Harvester. It's probably just a result of me practicing lots at the moment, Manmon. I've been playing a lot more than I usually do because of streaming and stuff, which I think has been helping. Yeah, Hazaret's a really nice top deck. It does mean they get to start Kenra-ing their Harvester, which is scary. I kind of feel like I have to hold back my Harvester to block one of their flyers because of that. We still get to start swinging with the Hazaret though, which is nice. And I think I'm going to attack with the Courier too, just because I kind of want to cycle the Courier to find like a burn spell or something, or an Abrade. I think the Courier's not doing much sitting there. Especially when we've already got other creatures to crew our Harvester anyway. Yeah, this is fine. Chainwhirler is good with these Soul Scars. That's really exciting. Gonna shrivel my opponent's board. Make this Rampager a lot less scary, because then it can't block the Chainwhirler. We could even do attacks and then cast this post-combat, because they're likely to block an X4 on the Chainwhirler. We lose our Chainwhirler, but they'd lose an X4, which I think favours us. Ooh, opponent getting aggressive. Now understand why opponent is getting aggressive. Okay, let's crew with a Soul Scar. Yeah, both sides are drawing pretty well here. It's gonna be close. So they end up gaining a new... That's kind of brutal. We lose our only flying blocker. This game just got really difficult. Oh. Gauter's just so big. I guess this deck has to start playing Kari Zev's expertise if people are going to be jamming loads of Gauters. It's just so big. I don't think I can actually win here. If I attack with everything, they just get to block Hazoret. They take 5, 6 off the Chainwhirler. Fairly sure I'm dead here. It's like, as it is, I kind of just need to block with my team to not die as well. Yeah, I guess I just have to pass the turn here. Because I take 7 in the air. If they draw any creature. And like attacking doesn't achieve anything in the face of Gauter. We're just going to have to jam loads of bodies in front of Gauter. Okay, that is a Llanowar Elf. Means they have the 6th mana now for the Kenra next turn on a flyer. So we kind of have to draw an Abrade next turn to kill whichever flyer they pump, I guess. So they can Crew the Heart, attack with all 3, which would force us to trump away a bunch of our board and probably mean we can't win. So we need opponent to play like not too aggressively here to stand a chance. We need them to like hold back the Gauter or the Heart of Giron. And then we have a chance of like drawing into Abrades. But if they just jam with their board, we're kinda out of this. I kind of like the look of opponent's deck. A bunch of these mono green lists are running like Branch Walkers and Jade Light Rangers. I think those cards are quite mopey. Whereas like the Vehicles package, especially used to cast Gauter, it's much more terrifying. Yeah, shame that Soulscar is a replacement, so it doesn't just like deal with the whole board. Like 3 Soulscars multiplying up off the Chainwhirler or something. I think I'm dead now. There's like no way for me to pressure them. Next turn they have 7 in the air, even without the Kenra pump. That was pretty sad. I don't know, maybe Mono Red's just less powerful than it was before. Yeah, the Vehicles package was really nice. The Vehicles package was really nice in our opponent's deck. They looked a lot more impressive than the Explore creatures always did to me. I always thought like Explore creatures looked very mopey in that deck, just because they don't apply much pressure. They're like nice grindy cards, but that's not really what Mono Green wants to be doing. The Elephants also looked really decent. Just knowing that you can play 3/4s on turn 2. That's fair. I don't know, I feel like we drew pretty well that game 2, Dab City. They just kind of like went wildly over the top of us. If I was to play this deck again, We definitely have some Kari Zev's expertises on the board for the green deck. Just like any sort of big stompy deck, I think that's going to be really good against. I also kind of want Fight with Fire. Someone mentioned that earlier in chat, and I think you might just need Fight with Fire to deal with Lyra. Because I think Lyra seems really problematic. Not really, but like you just kill your opponent if you're playing cards other than the Explorers, right? So it's like fine.